This is a continuation of the single greatest witch hunt of all time. We have a rogue judge.
The President of the United States has complained that I'm engaging in some sort of political witch hunt, that I've got some personal vendetta against him, that I campaigned against him. That is not true.
The lies. You hear that? That I got some personal vendetta against him, that I campaigned against him. That is not true. Watch this.
Illegitimate president who sits in the White House. That president, because he's not my president, he's an illegitimate president. His days are numbered. His days are numbered.
We've got to get ready to mobilize, and we've got to get ready to agitate and irritate until victory is won, but more importantly, until Trump is defeated. We will all rise up and resist this man,
And ultimately, we'll bring him down.
this illegitimate president. I'm going to give you the same level of respect that you gave to President Obama, and that is absolutely no respect at all.
Now, here's the thing. She keep on calling him an illegitimate president. Ain't that the same thing that they keep on doing to Trump when they say that he keeps crying about losing the election? Well, and they're doing it as if they've never done that before, knowing good and well that Hillary Clinton did a whole lot of crying, and so did her supporters when she lost to Trump. They cried their little pants off. But she keep on calling him an illegitimate president. And she also lied and said that she's not even thinking about him. She's not running no campaign off of him. She don't have any beefs with him. And we clearly see that she made her whole life about him.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. And the days of Donald Trump are numbered. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up.
That is not true.
So right here, Trump was actually asked about this Letitia James situation, and he decided to speak on it. I'm about to show y'all this.
This is a continuation of the single greatest witch hunt of all time. We have a rogue judge who rules that properties are worth a tiny fraction of what they actually are. We have a racist attorney general who's a horror show who ran on the basis that she was going to get Trump before she even knew anything about me. She used this to run for governor. She failed in her attempt to run for governor. She had virtually no polling. She came back and she said, well, now I'll go back to get Trump again. And this is what we have. It's a scam. It's a sham. Just so you know, my financial statements are phenomenal. They are actually less in terms of the numbers used than the actual net worth. The actual net worth is substantially more. No bank was affected, no bank was hurt. They don't even know why they have to be involved. And they've so testified. They can't believe that they're involved because they were paid back on time, there were no defaults, there were no problems, and it was like a perfect client.
The reason why he brought up his bank situation is because Letitia James accused him of not making as much money as he claims he made. She believes that he's talking a whole lot about being a potential billionaire, but she believes that he's lying. She wants people to believe that that he's lying. Also, at the same token, she want people to believe that he got a lot of his money illegally. She wants people to believe that he's not as rich and not as powerful as he claims he is, but she also wants people to believe that he got a lot of his money illegally, and they're trying to follow the money right now so that they can take him down. So he's speaking on all this right now because she is literally going out of her way, and this is extremely biased. Like, you can't be in the position that she's in and have personal vendettas on the people that you're investigating. That's completely opposite of the whole legal system, how it should run anyway. So that's why he's speaking on this right here. As far as the video showing the feet, I do not have a daggone foot fetish. That's not my algorithm. Those was the comments under the original video of Letitia James that I played for you all. And what happens is whenever a video is extremely popular on Twitch, instead of people paying for ads now, what they would do is they would just put their ad inside of the comment of the original link posted. So nah, y'all not kidding. This is truth in every joke. Y'all think that I like going around paying $50 for somebody to play with their feet on OnlyFans, and that's not nice. It's not nice.
There was no victim here. The banks were represented by the best, biggest, most prestigious law firms in the state of New York, actually in the country. Some of the biggest and best law firms, in all cases, the biggest and best law firms. That's who represented them. The banks got back their money. Again, there was never a default. There was never a problem. Everything was perfect. There was no crime. The crime is against me because we have a corrupt district attorney, but we have a corrupt attorney general, and it all comes down from the DOJ. They're totally coordinated this in Washington because I'm the leading candidate. I'm leading Biden by 10 points, and I'm leading the Republicans by 50 and 60 points. That's pretty much, they say, over. I never accept that, but they say it's over. This has to do with election interference, plain and simple. They're trying to damage me so that I don't do as well as I'm doing in the election. Our country's gone to hell, a country that's in decline, serious decline. We have a man running our country who has no clue, doesn't know what he's doing, and you know it better than anybody because you have to cover him. What they've done with open borders, what they've done with interest rates and taxes, it's a disgrace. So what we have here is an attempt to hurt me in an election. This never happened before, where President of the United States leaves office and gets indicted. And the reason I got indicted was that I ran. If I didn't run, I'd be sitting right now at a beach like Biden does every time, even though he's supposed to be working. So very simply put, it's a witch hunt. It's a disgrace. We have a corrupt attorney general in this state. You see how she does. This trial was railroaded and fast-tracked. This trial could have been brought years ago, but they waited till I was right in the middle of my campaign. The same with other trials and indictments. It's all run by DOJ, which is corrupt in Washington. Everything goes through them. They're all corrupt people. Frankly, our country is corrupt, and that's one of the reasons I'm running. We're going to straighten it out. They have one property that's worth anywhere from 50 to 100 times what this judge put down as a value. Put down a value $18 million, and the property's probably worth, could be anywhere from 50 to 100 times more than that. And a lot of those numbers could even be low. We have other properties, the same thing, so he devalued everything. I didn't even put in my best asset, which is the brand, in terms of value. Coca-Cola, take a look at their value. They have a value. The value of their brand is more than everything else put together. My brand is extremely valuable. I didn't even use it in my financials. If I wanted to build up a financial statement, I would have built it up by using brand in addition to everything else. We have the greatest properties. We have among the greatest properties in the world, and I have to go through this for political reasons. This judge is a politician. He comes out of the clubs. He's running unopposed. The reason he's unopposed is because he's getting Trump. They always run opposed. He's getting Trump. The bosses say, don't run against this guy. He's doing great. He's getting Trump. But he overplayed his hand, and he should be investigated for what he's done. What he did in undervaluing these properties is a disgrace to our nation. This shouldn't be a case. One other thing. We have a clause in the contract which tells, essentially, buyer beware. The contract is very, very... If you take a look and you speak to the banks, and you will, I hope you speak to the banks, because the banks got paid in full. I hope you speak to the bank. But we have a clause in the contract. It's like a buyer beware clause. It says when you take a look at the financial statement, don't believe anything you read. This is up front.
What's up, Chris?
Don't believe anything you read. Some people call it a worthless clause because it makes the statement and anything you read in the statement worthless. It says go out and do your own research, go out and do your own due diligence. You have to study the statement carefully. Do not believe anything. In fact, it's so strong that people read it and they don't even accept it. They don't even want it. They don't even use it. It's called a disclaimer clause. It's very common. If you put it in, if you don't have time to do statements, or even if you do have time, people like to have it. This is what's called a full disclaimer. We disclaim the financial statement. But even with a full disclaimer, which immediately takes you out of any fraud situation and any litigation, and by the way, when the Attorney General found out about the disclaimer clause, he said, that's okay, let's go forward anyway. It's good publicity. These are corrupt people we're dealing with. The most corrupt people. We have a great company. I built a great company. It's got tremendous value. It's got some of the greatest real estate assets in the world. And now I have to go before a rogue judge as a continuation of Russia, 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 as a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time. And I don't think the people of this country are going to stand for it. If I weren't leading in all the polls, or if I weren't running, I wouldn't have any of these cases. I wouldn't be seeing you this morning. But I'll be seeing a lot of you, because this is a horrible thing that's happening to our country. and we've got to get it straightened away. So we'll go in and see our rogue judge, and we'll listen to this man, and I think most people get it. People are getting it. I can tell you the voters getting it, because every time they give me a fake indictment, I go up in the polls. That's never happened before. But this is a disgrace, and you ought to go after this attorney general, because she's turning off everybody from coming in. You know, I don't know if you take a look at the outflow of business. Businesses are fleeing New York because of horrible, horrible attorney generals and judges like we have. They go to other places where they can be treated fairly and with respect. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Now, as y'all saw, he just now did a whole bunch of talking, something that our current president is not capable of doing. Now, feel free to believe or not believe what he's saying. That's completely up to you. But from my periphery, my scope, my vantage point, I am seeing that these judges and these attorneys who are against him, this AG Letitia James, completely biased. I don't know a whole lot about the law, but when I see this happening, it does in fact make me lose any trust in the legal system, knowing that this can happen. Because if this is happening, all someone have to do is have a bit of power where they can put you in a predicament where your whole life and your reputation is ruined, and all they got to do is not like you. They just got to not like you. I really don't understand that. So they're looking at him like a prize grab. The person that get him first, the person that lock him up first, the person that shut him down, the person who is the reason or one of the primary reasons for him not being voted in as president again. If they can get the credit for that, then their careers will catapult. Everybody's trying to use him as their ticket to get to their next level, whatever their next level may be. Y'all heard of clout chasing before, right? It seems like everybody who's going after Trump right now are just that. They are clout chasing. That's it. That's it. It can't be anything else. That's all I'm hearing, man. It's a whole bunch of clout chasers. For real. And I think it's BS. But y'all feel free to let me know whatever y'all want me to know about this. Van, have you seen the video of the judge teaching a class saying he overrides jury based on his feelings? Yes, I was talking about that the other day because I saw a little clip of that. I didn't see the entirety of it, but I saw a little clip of it where the judge was talking about sometimes the jury gets it wrong and he overrides it, and it's like he's putting himself in a position right now, letting us know that if the jury don't lean toward how he feels, he's already preparing to override any judgment that they put on Trump. Like if they say he's innocent of all charges and there's nothing there, he's saying right now, look, I did tell y'all that I have the power to override anything that the jury says, as long as, and then he backed it up with some garbage reasons for it. But that's what we're dealing with. Now, I want y'all to understand this too. The same way that these judges are being unfair to Trump, y'all need to start listening to some citizens out there who says that the system seems a little unjust to them. Now, sometimes we ignore them because maybe they're crying racism, maybe they're crying their sexism or anything else. They're saying it might be because of any one reason, and we just poof them off like it ain't nothing. But it is something. We're seeing it right here that high-ranking officials are doing exactly that. They're extremely biased in what they decide to put out there, how they go about attacking. They put a RICO charge on Trump, and he didn't do anything to deserve it. They put 4 indictments on him. He didn't deserve to have 4 indictments on him. They do whatever the hell they want to do, and we see it happening right in front of our eyes. We just can't be selective in believing that they play unfairly. We got to believe that this is what they do. When it's beneficial to them and their careers, they're going to play unfairly. They're going to fight dirty. That's what they do. So that's my 2 pennies. Hopefully y'all got something from it. Yes, it is practice, but the way he put it, diminishing the thought of the common civilian was so arrogant. This showed that this judge is not coming from a good place. Oh no, this judge is already up there smirking and like, I can't wait to say you're guilty. I can't wait to put you down. I'm so blessed that they put me on this and not anyone else, and they know exactly, they're going to put the judge out there that they know would bring it home. Like, come on, we're trying to bring it home, guys. So we're going to put this judge there. We're going to put this AG there. Like, they know what they're doing. And if Trump can beat this, he's a bad boy. Yeah, if Trump can beat this, Trump is a bad boy.